The blue continent has never known a man like Thomson. There is a saying amongst mariners that if Joshua W.F. Thomson hasn't sailed it, it's not water. The images that you see before you were recorded by Thomson during his research expedition 30,000 feet below the surface of the ocean as he scours for the unseen denizens of the North Pacific. Thomson has peeked further behind nature's curtain than anyone since Newton. Now, when we think of science, we see his face. It is impossible to overstate Thomson's contribution to the geographer's art. He successfully circumnavigated Andorra, Bolivia, and the Czech Republic. He discovered vast subaquatic mountains of priceless gemstones towering beneath the surface of the North Atlantic Ocean. Thomson revolutionized cookery with the discovery of sweet corn. Thomson's name is now written in the firmament alongside Raleigh, Scott, Cook, and Drake. Aquatic ambitions realized, Thomson returned to land to build a community. After many years as a native of the Blue Continent, Thomson was eager to set about exploring his new home above the shores. The creatures that roam, fly, and swim around Thomson's home are unique from those to be found elsewhere. Joshua W.F. Thomson was immediately struck by the grace and charm of his new neighbours. One creature stood head and shoulders above the rest. This noble beast with its hair of silk was set to become Thomson's lifelong companion. Together they charted every inch of the island until Thomson declared, "This is the perfect location for the ultimate city." Before work on the ultimate city began, Joshua W.F. Thomson took the time to share his story with his new companions. My story begins many years ago and many miles from here. In my youth, I was known the world over for my unrivaled physical strength. Men would tremble at the mention of my name. I was in the prime of my life. I could carry a horse and cart on my back, pull express trains with my teeth, and wrestle wild bears to the ground. Over time, my physical strength diminished, but my capacity for mental gymnastics increased. I took to the stage, performing my own dramatic works. Soon I was widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. Sadly, my countrymen were not ready for my revolutionary literature. Statues were torn down overnight and I was banished. When I arrived in Europe, great parades celebrated my arrival and monuments were erected in my honour. I journeyed far and wide, building churches, fighting bulls, ascending volcanoes, serenading lovers, and righting great wrongs. I was invited to London, where I was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. My parliamentary reforms were hailed a universal triumph. I retreated to the Russian steppes to winter in solitude, my thoughts my only companions. It was here that I vowed to one day build the ultimate city, a city so perfect that discomfort would be a stranger to its inhabitants. There would be comfortable, spacious, affordable housing for all. A clean, safe and efficient transport system will act as the arteries of the city, and colossal works of art will be erected to inspire the populace. These works of art would be so stimulating that people would convulse in admiration as they pass by, so exotic that people would collapse in fits of pleasure, and so life-affirming that the citizens would spontaneously embrace one another. Full of grand ambitions, I embarked on a quest for inspiration. I journeyed to Florence, where the streets are paved with art. Paris, the world capital of romance. The unparalleled architectural splendor of Rome left my cheeks damp with tears. The city of New York, with its skyscrapers and lively inhabitants, was electrifying. By the time I left Tokyo, the blueprint for the ultimate city had been drafted in my mind. Once Thomson's tale was told, building began. The first task was to build a farm to supply the citizens with meat and drink. Thomson then built a sturdy bridge connecting both sides of the island. A mighty fortress was constructed to house the government buildings. The citizens were provided with sturdy brick homes and a power station to feed them electricity. An oriental garden with magical properties was planted. Thomson then built a state-of-the-art library, a hospital, a university, a concert hall and art gallery to play Thomson's music and display his works of art. A great factory producing desirable goods for the population. Town planning's loss was space exploration's gain. Transfixed by the heavens, Thomson quit Earth to explore the cosmos. Hours after making the announcement, journalists watched Joshua W.F. Thomson blast off on his final odyssey.